In this amazing world, in this day and age, with all the data that surrounds us, I found that there's two and only two incredible pieces of data that can tell me a lot about you and what you do. The first piece of data is your checking account or maybe your credit card statement. And the second piece of data is your calendar. Let's start with the first, your checking or your credit card statement. What does that tell me? It tells me what you value from a financial perspective. Are you spending it on vacations? Are you spending it on Amazon? Are you spending it on kids' athletic events? Whatever it is that you're spending on, as I often tell people and joke when I'm meeting with families for the first time, I'm not Jesus. I do not judge. I do not uh, necessarily get concerned by what you're spending initially. What I'm most what I'm most concerned about is finding out why you're spending on that and diving deep into that. So you can be spending all your money on vacations. And if that aligns to your purpose of spending time with your spouse or partner or your kids, whatever it may be, spending a lot of money on travel, baseball or soccer or hockey, whatever the sport, it doesn't matter as long as it aligns to what you really want to do. And then what I do, what part of my job is as an advisor, is to create that harmony between your financial life and your emotional life. And I think where people get into the most amount of trouble is when they want to do it all. And I often tell my wife, Teresa, we can do most things in life, but we can't do everything. We can do most things in life, but we can't do anything or everything. If I think she gets to the point where she almost hates it when I say that because she knows she knows it's coming. Because my next question is, well, how does this spend align to what we really want to do? So my insight, my look at what you're spending on tells me a lot about who you are and what you put value in. So that's from a financial perspective. The second piece of information, your calendar. That tells me what you value from a time perspective. I love what I do. The families I work with know that. My wife knows that. My triplets plus one know that. I hope that when they look at how hard I work and how hard I try to support the TAMMA families, they get that. They don't necessarily always agree with it, but they know that that's besides supporting them because they are my first family. Besides supporting them, they see how much I love and value and the meaning I get out of working with so many different families and helping them to achieve their purpose and objectives with their lives. So when I'm looking at your calendar, am I seeing all work, no play? Am I seeing time away to be able to take kids to activities, theater practice, sports practice, school activities, you name it? Are you going out with your spouse or partner on a date night? I I stop and chuckle at that one because I feel like that's something that Teresa and I try so hard to do, and we constantly fail, but we still keep trying. I think that's the key message with us, anyways. Speaking just on my own behalf. But are you trying? Are you scheduling time with your spouse and significant other? Are you scheduling vacations? Big ones, little ones, it doesn't matter. So when I'm sitting down with a new family or somebody I've been working with, I try to start asking questions along those two key data points. Because if I can understand where you're at now, it can help bring about the potential pivot or change we need to make, or that thumbs up. Everything's going great. There's nothing you need to change. And I think that sometimes when it comes to financial planning, lifestyle planning, it's not a complete overhaul. It's not a complete remodel or gut job. Take the house down to the studs, if you will. A lot of times it's just little tweaks here and there. But those little tweaks can have a magnitude of impact. And so when I'm working with people, this whole process called financial planning, what I do, my career, my source of joy and responsibility, it's not to overwhelm people. And I think that's one of the fears that I see with people when I first meet them, that they have no idea what they're getting themselves into because they're so afraid to start because they're afraid of what they may find out. And typically, a lot of people, when I meet, they find out it's not as bad as they thought. Again, it's some tweaks here and there. It's some lifestyle changes here and there. It's not a complete overhaul. So go back and look at these two data points for yourself: your credit card statement, your checking account. Where's the money going, and does it align to your why? Look at your calendar. Does it align to the spending time where you want to be spending time? Two critical questions that can drive you towards your purpose and your lifestyle objectives. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.